We are live. Welcome everybody to Side Hustle Live. Once again, my name is Tim Palladino. If you're joining us again, welcome back. We missed you. This is your first time. Thanks for joining us. I'm here today joined with my Side Hustle business partners, Darby Rollins and Tamara Saran. And our guest today is Natalie Tischler. Word on the street is she is a top-notch player of Side Hustle. She's from the Magical Movement Dance Company. We will be learning more about her and the Magical Movement Dance Company in just a bit. But we encourage you guys to play along at home. If you're watching this or you're hearing it, please shoot something in the comments. You can be watching this live and throw your ideas in there. Let us know what you're thinking, stuff like that. If you don't already own a copy of Side Hustle, the party game for entrepreneurs, and you can make your way over to Verizon, Amazon, and grab your copy today. You can play with both family and friends. It doesn't matter if you're playing in person or virtual. The fun is all the same. So right now, let's take a couple seconds before we play our first round to get to know Natalie Tischler from the Magical Movement Dance Studio. Natalie, thanks so much for being here with us.
Thank you so much. It is the mystical movement, but same idea.
The mystical.
Same idea.
I am so sorry.
That's okay.
I'm sure I'm not the first ever, but if I am, I'll take the first place on that.
Well, connotation works.
Yeah. So thank you so much for being here. Are you guys all ready to play our first round?
Yep.
I am excited. Yes.
Good deal. Good deal. So as we normally go, the first investor is always our guest. But before we do that, I'm going to go ahead and just go over the ground rules so anybody who's new can hear what they are and see how we play. Pull it up real quick. All right, very simple. The investor draws a business card and rolls the industry die. The entrepreneur will take the time to brainstorm their idea. Each entrepreneur will take turns pitching. I'm tongue-tied today. Take turns pitching their ideas to the investor, and then the investor will award funny and fundable cards. Those are the point systems, one each or none each. It's up to them how they're divvied out. The industries that we're playing with is tech and apps, media and entertainment, toys and games, sports and outdoors, home goods, and fashion and retail. Those are the set ones. But every once in a while, we'll get an investor's choice, and it could really be the investor's choice. We've had space. I can't remember some of the other ones that we've had, but we've had some gems. So it's kind of fun to really, especially if you're the investor, to really, put the fire to the other people playing and make it extra challenging for them. So that's how we're playing. Let's get started with our first round.
Yeah, I'm excited here.
Right. Let's see. Tommy, do you have your
you know what? I can run it right now. So I'm going to roll our industry dice. No problem. I'm going to roll our industry dice. And so the first category is going to be media and entertainment. So that's like shows or anything that you can imagine that would fall in that, however, esoterically. And the card that we're going to play, Natalie, that you're going to invest in is Metatude.
Ooh,
all right.
I like
all right.
it.
So Metatude in media and entertainment. I'll type that up. In the meantime, Natalie, would you be so kind as to tell us about the mystical movement so we can learn more?
Absolutely. So Metatude actually kind of works as another synonym there, because what I do is take the meta and make it physical. So it's a dance company that really connects the physical body and understanding your fitness and movement of your physical body through the lens of your spiritual, emotional, and mental bodies as well. So you're really flexing both sides is the methodology. I have a degree in acting, and that's how I came to really understand the body and movement, because I was using my body to become different people. And I've been studying the body and studying how the body relates to emotions for years, and how you can actually manipulate your physical body to cultivate an emotional state as well, and a relationship between those. And I really think in the last year with quarantine, so many people have realized that burning calories isn't really the point of fitness so much as using your body as a tool to restore your mental, spiritual well-being as well. And the physical benefits are additional on top of that. And so that's what dance is to me. That's why I have a dance company. I do May, I'm going to start having live classes again. I am gearing up for in-person classes. I'm so excited about it. Just like this game would be, you know, it's excellent to get to do it online. And it's been really cool to see how people have innovated and made use of tools and technology to get through the pandemic. But does anything really beat like we were all around, like in Dan's backyard playing it or something like. So I'm really excited to get to keep building my online studio that I have, but then get to the in-person as well.
Yeah, nothing beats in person. Nothing beats in person.
Where would you be holding in-person things? You're Texas-based, correct?
Missouri.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
My sister had a baby. She lives here. So we moved up here, and thanks to the price per square foot, I have a dance studio in my house. Full dance studio with a bar, the wall of mirrors, everything. So just pimped it out with lights, as like lined all the walls with like all of these great lights and stuff. So really excited.
Awesome.
So cool.
Well, that was succinct and delightful. Now you are the first investor, and it's time for you to put us through the ringer, I believe.
Judgy, get judgy.
Yeah, get real judgy about it. We're gonna pitch to you now, Metitude in media and entertainment. Tim, Darby, Tim, you look ready to go.
Is it my ready face?
Yeah, game face, bro. There you go.
All right. So my name is Tim, and I'm here to pitch Metitude in media and entertainment. So Metitude is the world's first chakra manipulation projection system. So what it does is it actually goes into your system through vibrations and outputs a projection on where your chakras are. And it tells you a story based on what's going on in your misalignment, so you can actually follow the story, take notes on the story, and actually repair your chakras through physical movement. That is Metitude in media and entertainment.
Interesting.
I like your nods. I like your nods.
Well, you know how I was just mentioning the lights in the dance studio that I got put up. I have been pairing movement with the chakras that align with different light colors. So blending movement with the I've got to say that's rather brilliant of you.
Nice. Any questions?
Who's next? Oh, do I have questions?
Cool. If you have questions, you're welcome to.
But if you do.
No, I don't have questions.
All right, no ringer for me. I'll take it.
Okay. Who do you want to go next? Oh, go ahead, Darby. Go ahead.
Hi, guys. My name is Darby Rollins, and I'm here pitching my business Metitude in media and entertainment. Now, we all know how boring and bland regular old reality TV can be, but we've got a solution for you. Metitude is Bratz meets Shark Tank. It's where we get the kids with the worst attitudes to come in and just act like themselves on the show, and they get judged based off of how meta their tude is. And the worst attitudes actually win the game. And what the winning is a scholarship to Attitude Adjustment School. So, but they don't know that going in. They think that they're going to be getting a trip to SeaWorld or Disneyland when they're getting on the show. And so it's.
So they're especially pissed when they get there and realize it's not. That's where the attitude comes in.
Extremely. But it's all about life lessons and making us better people at the end of the day. Metitude.
Well, who's learning the lessons? Other kids? Is this for adults?
So on the back end of this, when we're we got like a Twitch channel that's actually thriving. We're very profitable with our sponsorships for the investors in the room. We actually got a coaching collage of counselors who help kids work through their attitude problems and are actually answering questions and analyzing what are some of the underlying factors that are causing Sally Sue's on the show to act the way she does, and helping parents at the same time understand the different ways that they can help their kids fix their tude, and be better people.
So you're looking to go from Twitch onto an actual station, a channel?
Yeah, I mean, with the way the internet works, I mean, we just the same way that we're pitching the show right now on our own. I mean, we're essentially our own news station and media company. And sponsorships, like I said, very profitable.
Great. Okay.
Meditude.
I see.
Okay. Let's see what we got here. Hello. Today, I bring you Meditude in media and entertainment. Do you love Queer Eye? Do you love watching people improve themselves? Do you love seeing very cool special effects? Well, we have the show for you. Meditude is Queer Eye for your soul. Essentially, we have created a new technology that lets us actually see people's auras and how messed up they are. Of course, you can probably tell when someone walks in a room. You can kind of feel it. And we have proven how messed up people are, and we are going to show people improving that through all sorts of different activities. And we have a litany of guest hosts from Michelle Obama to Oprah to other influential Black ladies and other awesome people. We bring on the worst of the worst from your workplace. People get voted in, just like Queer Eye. And when they get on there, we take them. We first of all look at their pre-Madonna and their post-Madonna. And soon enough, you'll see their metaphysical attitude will skyrocket and improve. Go from a dark cloud to amber is the color of your energy. Thank you. Meditude in media and entertainment.
And you've done this? You've done this already? It's already going. It's airing.
It's already going. We have a pilot.
It's a pilot.
Yes, it's a strong pilot. And it's tested very well. And so we're just looking for amongst the key demographics, about 25 to 46. And it's interesting. It really is. We're pitching it to Netflix because we think that that's where everyone's going to be watching it anyway.
And you've cut it for Netflix already, or will it have to go through post again to get?
It's lovely. It's broken up into enough chunks that it cuts well right away for TV. So we already have built-in sections for that.
Okay, I understand.
I'm glad you do.
Yep, I get it.
All right. Well then, Natalie, why don't you kind of summarize for us what you've heard from these lovely entrepreneurs today, and if you don't mind, then you can dish out the funny and fundable cards.
I only get one of each, correct?
You get one of each. You can dish them out however you want. One per person, two for a single person, or maybe you don't think any of us are deserving, but of anything at all. These are yours. Your
highly unlikely, but it's happened before.
So what I got, first one, Tim, it's a product for chakra alignment. So it is. I'm having a hard time relating it back to media and entertainment.
So what it does is it takes a measurement of your chakra, right? Of all your chakras. And then it projects out the story of your chakras and where it's lacking. So you're watching your
entertaining.
Yeah, right. So it's right in a sense. So you're becoming the hero of your own story. And it's saying, hey, this is where you're at. This is where you can be. But you have to follow these. So through using artificial intelligence, it fills into the it already has built-in solutions.
Yeah, it's real entertainment.
Enter the void. Yeah.
Entertainment.
I see. Okay, so then we've got reality TV. Bratz meets Shark Tank. So you're helping kids. You're watching kids basically be themselves. And then,
it's a little creepy.
Seeing how that can be improved and counseled through. So kids and counseling. But with the reality TV, like maybe throw in like the drama, all the cutscenes and like the pauses and zooming in on faces and all of that good stuff. And
a lot of post production.
Real shticky. Okay. Already doing well on Twitch, so we have the demographic there. And then we've got the queer eye for your aura. So revamping people's auras based on through these celebrity intuitives who help people align. Also, man, I could really see some combination here between can I get y'all to partner up? Is that can I fund
it's your cards, you can do it, you can pass them out however you want. You are the queen of this castle.
I do just want to point out for 1 second, Natalie, that there was one of the people that are watching us live right now just says queer eye for your soul. Oh man, that's from Jessica. So I don't know if that's a positive or a negative, but I figured I'd bring it up at this point.
Exclamatory at least.
Yeah, yes.
At least.
I'll laugh out loud there. So that works. I mean, maybe this is I was going more fundable, but because I find funny so fundable. My choice today here, y'all, is I would like the chakra alignment tool to be used on the Queer Eye show. I'm gonna fund that, and then I just have this brand new baby nephew, and I think that that's a lost cause. So I'm gonna go ahead and give you funny, Darby.
To Darby?
Yes.
Wow.
So off to a racing start.
Did Tim or I get this, would you say?
Yes.
Yes is your answer. Great. So that's going to go well in the standings. 50-50.
Well, so far, he's a good business partner, so I'll go into business with him again.
That was a very sweet compliment.
We're going to shock her the world.
All right. Yeah, we'll batter up. Guys, one of you take it while I get set up over here, please.
Yeah, no worries. I can. Are we gonna do you want me to do my own box, or do you have yours? Is that what you're doing?
Oh, I can do a box for you. Here, let me roll. If it lands on the floor, it still counts. It's investor's choice. Who's the investor?
I am.
You are. All right, let's see what you got. Do you want to know the card before you do it, or you want to just pick a category?
No. I got to pick the category first.
All right, what you got?
I don't want to alter myself. Let's see.
Let's get rid of this. Let's just say we're playing with you right now.
I'm going to say time travel.
Time travel.
Whatever the business is, maybe can link to an era.
Okay.
An era.
Sure. Why not?
Could be in the future.
This could be a disaster, but it could be great.
Well, this I think might be an interesting one. So I will type in future tech, and then we will say it is Mighty Pen.
Oh, perfect.
Which sounds like a lot of fun right now. In the meantime, Tim, why don't you catch us up on a little bit of side hustle business? I think we all did a lovely photo shoot a video shoot the other day.
No, you did a beautiful photo shoot. Anybody? Okay, so if you're listening to this, please go to our Darby. Is that photo on our Facebook page or just Instagram?
Both.
Okay, so we have one of the best photos that I think we've ever taken of our product. Where yesterday we were at Zilker Park in Austin, Texas, and we ran across this lady hanging out with her tiny puppy, who took a very big liking to Tomer. And we just have this awesome picture of this puppy in Tomer's lap playing Side Hustle. And I think it's the most adorable thing ever. I'm not going to lie. And that was a blast. We went and we filmed some content, just people like kind of on the fly. I think the term is like Billy on the street. Just people getting to know the game and stuff like that, and just capturing some impromptu action. And that was an absolute blast. We're going to be doing that a lot more. Yeah. We will be letting you know when we do that.
I think we got to find out a fun name for that, and I'm happy to hear if the audience has anything. I was playing with like Side Hustle in the Wild or something like that. It makes me think of wild thornberries for some reason.
Yeah. So if you guys have an idea for a name, go ahead and shoot it over to tim@playsidehustle.com.
Or tag us on or ping us on Instagram. That too.
Awesome.
There's Tim's email.
Cool. Another thing I want to mention real quick before we jump back into the game is, give us a like and a subscribe wherever you're looking or listening to this. It's one of the ways that you can let us know that you're enjoying what we're up to. It's really, really important that that we see a trajectory and we see interaction from you. Of course, we don't want to be doing this to anybody. We know there's a lot of people watching, but we just want to we need a measurement tool of how successful what we're doing is. So I know we have a lot of watchers. We just want to make sure that we capture those watchers so we can, watch the trajectory and see it growing. Also, if you guys have any ideas for guests or you want to be a guest yourself, shoot a message to me, shoot an email to me personally, and I will set it all up for you at tim@playsidehustle.com, and we can get you started.
Sweet.
Are we ready?
I think that it's time. I think it's time to destroy everybody with my amazing thing.
Natalie's air of confidence right now. She's like, yeah, all right. Flinging the hair. All right, so who's going to go first? Tamer?
Sure, why not? Mighty Pen. Have you ever traveled into the future or into the past and worried, am I killing my future self? Am I accidentally rewriting history in a way that will destroy my own existence? Well, you need the Mighty Pen, the personal entropy negator. Well, anywhere that you travel in time, it will beep when you are about to do something crazy, like hook up with your grandma, or something insane, like murder someone who will eventually be a lineage line for you. Additionally, if you're about to step on a bug that inevitably created Twitter, it will beep and let you know. You need Mighty Pen for all your future needs.
I like it. So, okay.
Personal entropy negator.
The rolls right off the tongue. Personal.
That's why we said Mighty Pen.
You don't make mistakes on the McFly.
On the McFly.
He's my favorite time traveler. All right. Entropy pen. Beautiful. I'm so jealous that you guys get to pitch this because that's such a good idea. All right.
I'd love to hear it at the end, but go for it.
Darby, no, I'm putting that one in my pocket. I'm never telling anybody until it's time for me to pitch it. It's that good. It's a 10 out of 10. Natalie,
I think this was from a previous thing, but sure. Jessica goes, I'd fund that.
I'm going?
Go ahead, Natalie. Yep.
Yes, Natalie, go
All
ahead.
right. Hello, I am Natalie Tischler, and today I am bringing to you Mighty Pen. This is in future tech, time travel. We all know the saying, the pen is mightier than the sword. And that is the foundation for Mighty Pen. With Mighty Pen, you have the ability to write your story, and not just write it, but craft an actual experience that you will proceed to have at whatever time that you write, you will have it. So those who tell the stories rule the world, and this is your chance using Mighty Pen to write your story, rewrite the history of the world. You can tell any story and make it a reality. Write your future right now. Mighty Pen.
That was a good tagline.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was, yeah.
There's entendres
there on top of entendres.
Yeah, you can save everything with a good tagline at the end. You're like,
especially for a pen company.
Yeah. Tough.
I'm trying to think of how to distill that. Oh, right. Well, yeah, I can just write your tagline.
Memorable.
Yeah.
1 second. Just writing this last one
Include
down.
yourself in the future.
Oh, see, that's good.
Ooh.
See?
That's so good.
Riffing.
One of the craziest quotes was about history and stuff like that. I'm sure you've all heard it, but it's history is written by the victor.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, that always gives me chills.
Oh.
That always gives me chills. It's like,
I thought there was a lot more follow up to that. It's like, yeah, I heard it.
Yeah, like insight beyond it.
Yeah, it was like, okay.
No.
All right, Darby, what you got for me, brother?
All right. My name is Darby, and my business today is Mighty Pen in the time travel or future and time travel industry. So everyone knows that babies are just miniature versions of adults. It's pretty obvious. And babies tend to spend a lot of time in their little playpens, as it is. Well, we've developed a playpen and dubbed it the Mighty Pen that actually allows babies to time travel. And the reason that this is possible and the way that babies are allowed to time travel when it's actually impossible for anyone else to is because their body's substance level hasn't quite developed to that as an adult yet, and they've actually developed a sort of photo neuroproton light linguistic laser technology that goes into the playpen and allows them to go through different areas and vectors of space and time. And it's pretty impressive, kind of like Super Babies, if you guys remember that show back in the day, that movie. It's pretty impressive. They actually are the victors that have rewritten history. Mighty Pen.
I dig it. That was you definitely win the Buzzword Award. For sure.
I was going for it.
All right. I'm trying to figure out how to distill that for a second. So
me too.
So it's
babies victor the future.
Say that again.
I don't know.
Hold on. So
it's a long walk, and you're like, where did I start?
Yeah. Breadcrumbs are all eaten by the birds. I'm lost in the forest. Okay, so
babies are the victors that write the future.
Okay. Yep.
All right. I'm very curious to see how Tim describes all these things.
Okay. So starting with Darby that we just heard, babies are the victors that write the future. Very interesting. A little complex for my liking. I'm not really sure. Seems like there's a lot of risk making babies adults and so forth. And then write your history with the right pen. That was Natalie's. That was her tagline. That really summed up what she was up to. I dig that. I definitely dig that. The personal entropy pen. I really dig that. That one's tough. So it's a tie between y'all because I gotta say, because I would fund both, but they're also both funny. So I'm gonna have to get like the nerd in me. Actually, no, they're both, man, they wrap me up. Okay, no, they're both good ones. All right. But Natalie's getting the fundable. And Tomer's getting the funny. And Tomer, let's talk here. Eye to eye. Let's man to man here. So okay, cool. the reason I gave you more funny over fundable is because I can't stop thinking about protecting myself, protecting people from an Oedipus complex. Right? So,
I mean, you like Back to the Future. He kisses his mom in it, right?
Yeah, exactly. That's a terrible thing to do. There's not much more terrible. I mean, there's a lot more terrible things you can do, but as a person by accident.
There are more terrible things happening in Oedipus than that. Yes.
Yeah. So yeah. So I just want to give you a caveat.
Okay. Hey, you know what? Points are points.
No hard feelings, brother.
Congratulations, Natalie.
All right. So, Darby, do you want to be our next?
Absolutely, Tim. I will be the next investor.
Oh, boy.
I'm going to rain hell on y'all.
Yeah. It better have to do with babies.
They're having good babies.
All right, let me roll the die for you, my friend. 11, which I believe is fashion and retail.
Woo.
Yeah. And, ooh, interesting. Yours is Zoom Booster. Zoom Booster in fashion and retail. By the way, everybody, so Jessica actually said, hey, I would totally be a guest. Let's do it. That is a lovely sentiment. And if you're watching this live or later and you would like to, please reach out to Tim at Play Side Hustle. If you want to let us know that you want to be a guest, we'll have a chat. We'll figure something out.
Yeah. I'm very excited. I just did the email up there.
Yeah. Oh, that's what I was doing there. So that's perfect.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, we'd love to have you.
In the meantime, Darby, would you fill us in? What's going on, my friend?
Well, you got a lot going on, don't you, Darb?
I got a little bit going on. No, outside of just the normal hustle and bustle of the side hustle shenanigans that we're up to, we got some cool stuff cooking that Tim is, we've been talking about already. Been working with a cool company the last few months called Conversion AI, developing some pretty unique AI copywriting tools and software, and we've been applying that to helping people write books, and often in the case their first books to kind of break through that writer's block. And Natalie was actually one of the first people to go through one of our 7-day book challenges and wrote her book, which maybe she'll talk about it a little bit later today. But yeah, we've just been a lot of fun helping people get through the whole book writing process, going from blank page to published in a week, sometimes less, sometimes more. And yeah, just, we've got some cool things cooking on the side hustle side, some potential books coming out in the near future that are soon to be announced, keeping some mystique around it. And yeah, lots of cool things cooking with what we're doing with AI.
Sweet. That sounds like fun, my friend.
Not to mention with the AI, I've managed to come out on top of Tomer and Tim with my side hustle pitches, totally unnoticed, asking Jarvis, our AI bot, to help me out. And as you can tell today,
we are all scared of you and your AI skills.
Should be no robot.
Terrified.
Very much so. Very scared. Awesome. Everybody ready to play?
Yep.
Ish.
All right. Natalie, I think you went first last time. What would you like to do?
Tim doesn't look ready this time.
Which makes you want. Oh, okay. I was like, does that make you want to put him on the spot more?
I'm not going to confirm or deny.
Oh, fair enough.
Does that mean you want me to go?
No, I'm picking Tomer this time.
Okay.
No problem. I definitely am ready and have not been doing something else entirely this whole time. All right. Zoom Booster in fashion and retail. Do you feel like you're on meetings all day long? Are you working from home and getting Zoom fatigue? Well, we have created a fashion line specifically built for Zoom calls to make them a heck of a lot more comfortable and end a heck of a lot faster. Zoom Booster is our first formal wear with pajama bottoms that also includes timers built into it with vibrations so that you know when it's starting to move a little too slow. You can wrap this thing up and we can circle back later. Don't worry about a thing. But what you need if you're getting Zoom fatigue is a little boost in your Zoom. A little zoom in your boost. Zoom Booster.
You need to work on your tagline.
I told you I was definitely not doing something else while I was doing this.
All right.
Get it today.
So it's like formal wear mixed with PJs to prevent Zoom fatigue.
Right. So formal wear on the top, pajamas on the bottom.
It's like a mullet.
It's like, yeah, it's a fashion mullet for Zoom calls. You know, you guys don't know right now, but I'm in full sweats. I'm not actually because I was out and about, but you wouldn't know. I've been wearing.
No more questions.
Guilty.
Tim.
Okay. So
Okay.
if we had the rights to it, I'd be playing some Sarah McLachlan behind this, just to let you know.
Make sure you slate.
What's that?
Go ahead.
Yep. So we know that unfortunately, not everybody has enough clothes. Sometimes they're freezing in certain climates and they can't afford certain jackets. I've done jacket coat drives for elementary schools when I was younger, back in New York. And it's just a shame who doesn't have clothes. So the idea behind Zoom Booster is every time that there is a corporate meeting, a corporate held Zoom account, you'll be using the GPU and CPU of each computer on the network and Zoom's computer to create our unique Ethereum-based coin called FRE. That's fashion, retail, and entertainment. To create this unique coin that goes directly to factories that buys any irregular sized or designed clothes. Sometimes sleeve a little bit longer, things that would end up at like TJ Maxx and Marshalls at extreme discount. And we have deals internationally with these manufacturers and the brand names to make this all happen, so everybody is comfortable. And this can extend from nice, clean, fresh underwear and socks to suits for job interviews. So that is Zoom Booster in fashion and retail.
To clarify, you guys developed a coin based on the Ethernet blockchain to buy clothes from factories that are like the misfit island of clothes, and then disperse those to people that need clothes. Cool.
Yeah.
No further questions.
Yeah.
None.
Natalie.
Not a single one. All right, Natalie, go ahead.
All right. Hello, I am Natalie. I am pitching to you today Zoom Booster. It's 7 a.m. You had a few drinks last night and you are waking up for your first Zoom call of the day. You show up and you see your little image flashing back at you and you go, oh God, who is that? You need Zoom Booster, a wearable that translates with your webcam into a filter. So you are wearing an earring, a hat, a bracelet that responds with your webcam to enhance your physical appearance in these different ways. Did you know in 2020, plastic surgery skyrocketed because people had to look at their faces so much over Zoom? So for a fraction of the cost of plastic surgery, you can add some boom to your Zoom with Zoom Boomster. Zoom Booster.
Zoom Roosters.
Zoom Rooster.
Zoom Rooster.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, that's an interesting stat on the plastic surgery. But I know that for definitely a lot, like so many people are like, oh, what's going on over here?
I know, you get the angle down here. You're like, oh.
It's like, yeah, how many people started using Zoom that never looked at themselves like that long before?
I mean, I started wearing makeup. I'm just kidding. That's not true.
I honestly, I thought I had a full head of hair before I started being on Zoom calls.
True.
So
yeah,
we all have revelations, you know.
Right.
Okay. So Natalie is adding some boom to your Zoom with wearable.
That just knocked the headphones off to there.
With her wearable webcam filter, smart clothing devices, and things of that nature. Tim is developed a coin on the blockchain to buy clothes at really cheap rates from factories all over the world and disperse them to people that need clothes. And Tomer, Zoom fatigue clothing that's formal yet comfortable and tells you when your meetings are going on too long and when they just need to stop right now.
pulls the plug.
So like I'm on the verge of like Natalie and Tim is like both being fundable, because I could see why people like we need like the clothes, right? Everyone needs clothes, but like you don't need clothes if you're like not going to be on Zoom. So
the only reason for clothes.
But you can get suits for a job interview. What if you were displaced by the coronavirus and you don't have any money? You need to go for a job interview so you can be on Zoom.
I do like the idea that Darby is constantly naked until he's on Zoom calls at all times.
Yep. He's like a cartoon. He just runs into clothes.
Yeah. He's got he goes.
Guys, don't spoil my secret.
I already have Zoom Booster.
These clothes aren't actually on me. You don't even know that.
So I'm concerned with Tomer's liability on people getting shocked when like unnecessarily.
You're wearing headphones right now.
Twitch.
Oh.
Yeah. I guess I just don't see the application is my concern.
Oh, okay. I guess none of your meetings have felt like they're gone on for.
Why do you talk like that? I think it would be hilarious to see a bunch of people walking into job interviews with suits that are like half
as short.
Don't fit. So I'm gonna give Tim the funny and Natalie the fundable.
Wait, what? What?
Wouldn't that be funny if you just like everyone's like, cool, like you got clothes, but like
I think that would give you a leg up on getting the job though, because they'd be like, oh, this is one of the Zoom Booster recipients.
You won the funny card. Just
just accept it.
Wait, I did because you said Tim.
I know. I said
never mind.
No, he thought I was defending why I should get the fundable.
You know what?
No,
I'm just gonna be upset over here, and you guys can go play over there.
I haven't seen any of your drawings today.
Yeah, that is true.
Well, it's hard to draw the personal entropy negator device. I could do it, but I didn't want to draw
with an X.
Sure. I can work on that in the meantime. Okay. All right, everybody. So before we get to the last part of our show, which don't use it yet, Tim.
My hand's twitching.
He's twitching to use all the graphics that he created. We would love to hear more about your brand, Natalie, and kind of how you got started in it, and a little bit more about your story, and then we can jump back into the lightning round towards the end of the show. How's that sound?
Sounds good.
Cool. So tell us how you kind of got started, or how you kind of got into this. What's your entrepreneurial story to get to where you are today?
Yeah, whenever I graduated, I moved to Austin and started acting and dancing and having many other part-time jobs as well. So I was teaching dance at the time, loving it, but for some other companies, never my own company, and more focused on the performance side of things. But I realized as I was on all of these different sets and things, I was like, oh my God, I want to be producing my own things. I don't want to be on other people's sets. I don't want to be doing other people's shows. I want to be making my own. So I started a content creation company where I started making videos for people, taking photos, putting on immersive events, different things like that. And that really led me to teaching more, just diving more into the teaching side of things rather than the creator side of things, being on that consulting end. And then whenever the pandemic hit, I had just started, because I love teaching dance kind of in all genres, but especially there's a special need among women who felt very shut down in their bodies, very self-conscious. I know men deal with it too, but especially around embracing their sensuality. And so I teach heels, especially dancing in heels, like a very burlesque style. And really focused on women's empowerment. And that was getting going right at the beginning of quarantine, and then no more classes. Those went away. And so I really studied up and found a way to make my own curriculum and methodology that blends all of the storytelling coaching and creative brand strategy coaching that I was doing, along with the movement. So helping people not just get in touch with their body, but get in touch with their self-expression and their creative side and those higher up things on Maslow's pyramid. So
yeah. So one of the things that I found while I was in New York, and there was a decent community of it here, was ecstatic dance and the 5 rhythms methodology. And so I'm very aware of how movement can be a form of meditation and be a way to release and find yourself at the same time. And I think that's awesome that you found a structure for it that works in this way. I think that's it's something that I can vouch for and say that people should check it out, because it very much helps. And it's something that once you have it and have experienced it, and I think it's also something that needs a few reps. Sometimes, like, you need to shake out of that self-consciousness first, and then you do it a couple times, and then you start to really feel the benefits of it. But I would say that's similar to like any other sort of exercise class, right? Like the first time you go to one, you're like, I don't know the moves. I don't know okay, that's downward dog. Like, no one knows until they try it. So I think that's really good. And I would encourage people to do multiple reps with you. What's it like for somebody? Like, what's a customer journey for the people who join you? What would it be like if one of us joined today or tomorrow?
So you could come to a class. You could come to, so in the middle of a bit of a switch up here, changing from the online back to in person, but we'll talk from where it'll be by May, which is whenever you come in, say online, there is a digital experience where I really take you through the blueprint of pairing, like you said. So I believe the metaphysical and the physical are one, and they're tools for seeing either, like getting insights into the other. And so taking you through the different ways of looking at the emotional states, the physical repetitions, different things that you'll be going through. So basically the knowledge of the curriculum, and then and not long, not intensive, quite simple and fun. The whole idea is that bring the joy to the movement and not making it something overwhelming. And like you said, especially to help people not just learn my moves, but learn that they have infinite capacity to move themselves.
Yeah.
And so giving that within some sort of rule, some sort of structure there. Basically, I've distilled it down into what I believe are the first principles. So if you go online, you would look at that, then you could join in on a class. You could do a 15-minute series. You could do a 45-minute learning choreography, really broken down 8 count by 8 count. So if you want to get just the more, say, conditioning, strengthening, flexibility side of the training is there, as well as the actual choreography for learning a dance and being able to express yourself through it. And then there's also journaling exercises, meditation, real mystical shit as far as astrology, tarot, different things that are supplemental in this journey of discovering who you are. And then I have a 5-week transformation program called Month of Movement, where I take people through those first principles one-on-one, week after week, and you dance your way into a new reality.
That sounds so much fun.
Awesome.
Have you experimented or thought about doing any like retreats as well?
Yes, I had my last Month of Movement student who I just saw. She was wrapping up, and she goes, "So I'm thinking we have to do a retreat." Like she just like straight up said that, and so I was like, "Okay, I think that could be really cool." I mean, so how I even got into this side of like going from the content creation, what I loved about it was whenever I was doing acting in a lot of immersive experiences for brands. And I really found this love of like the world needs really good stories and marketers need to tell really good stories to sell things. And so like, how can we pair these worlds? There are artists with passionate stories and hearts out there with there are people who need really good content in the world that we're in. And so looking to blend those worlds. And I just really believe in, you know, it's not even just the experience economy anymore, it's the transformation economy. And I think a retreat would be an excellent way to pack that punch. Like I do have a heels intensive, which so it's not quite a retreat, but it is a 2-day, like quite immersive experience.
That's great. That's a great way to play test it. Also to, you know, figure out what does it look like when you're like, okay, well now I'm going to spend a week with these people and make sure that everyone feels comfortable and everyone feels like it's a productive time, all that stuff. That's a very interesting one, but I think that model is actually quite built up and robust at this point to emulate, you know what I mean? So I think that you could plug into it very easily, but I think that's fantastic. Is there anything that go ahead, Tim, please.
Yeah. Well, one of the things that I really want to emphasize right now is the term transformational. So over the last 2 years, I've gone through a major process to just get a better understanding of who I am and all those things. Right. And I think people forget the joy of the journey. They supplement what could be or what will be with how I'm going to feel when I don't act like the end result right now, and I'll be judged and stuff like that, and being able to let that go. And one of the cool things that I was just thinking about when you're talking about doing these retreats is that one of the skills that we kind of have forgotten over maybe the last 100 years is how to learn as a group in support. So by doing the things that I've done in these, like it started with like groups of 40 and stuff like that, I learned to be more comfortable with strangers. You know, I didn't have to walk into a room with my precast story of how I say everything and all this stuff. I could just be me fresh with all these people who have no idea who I am, who I'm not prejudging myself with. And I think that's what's really cool about these types of retreats. Just want to throw that in there, especially as a guy.
Yeah. Well, and you've got there. Well, I mean, think about it. What I was saying about like with women as well being judged for your body. Like I have consultations all the time with people who start and say, "Oh, I remember feeling ashamed of my body at 4 years old, and I haven't touched it since." And like that is just where it. And I think that's the base of the triangle of how you like, right? Like being connected to who you are. And so, especially with what you were saying of it not being that, because it's about being present, and that's what it's a practice of. And say Darby even mentioned like, oh, maybe my book will come up, and the alchemical creative process is my book, and it is everything to do with the process and how it's not about like you'll be done growing when you're dead. You're not just gonna like by the next moon cycle I'll have manifested my dreams and then happily ever after, but rather that you're still gonna face challenges, but how can you be even better in those challenges? And it has everything to do with who you're being right now and that practice. And that's why I think dance, not just fitness or yoga, like really bringing it into dance, there is a personal expression element, and the fear of public speaking is greater than the fear of dying. And so whenever you have people standing there in front of the mirror, I'm always bringing them back to what is your inner monologue saying about you right now? Because it's saying that on your first date. It's saying that whenever you walk into your job interview. It's saying all of those things. So if you can practice working with your body on how am I speaking with myself now in this moment? What about whenever I move my arm this way? What comes up emotionally for me? That is the blueprint that I try to teach people to just unlock them into inner authority.
Yeah, that's really awesome. And to even to emphasize that one of the things that I had to shed was a lot of my ego and how my ego showed up. And I think there's a me personally, I think there's a misconception where ego is bad. I think ego is your pet, and sometimes it needs to come up when you're weak and kind of protect yourself, but in a healthy manner. But I used it as a default. You know, shutting down or getting loud or whatever it would be. And I think it's because we're not necessarily taught the tools that you're showing.
Right. I agree.
Yeah.
The way you describe that, Tim, sounds like your ego is your Pokemon, but I really like that.
Yes. I had to catch them all, man.
All
I
of
had to catch them all. Yeah.
I would love to yeah, thank you. I'd love to quickly ask about what did you write your book about? And then we can close out by sort of tying that in, and then we can hop into the lightning round. So tell us what did you write about? Would you like people to check that out?
Yeah, the alchemical creative process. If you are interested in finding a way to make whatever you want while being in flow and having it be in alignment, then this is the book for you. I wrote it in 4 sections, and these are actually the 4 sections that I take people through in Month of Movement. It's based off of Druid, the ideas behind alchemy, like think of King Arthur and that sort of magic. So fire, earth, air, and water. Fire represents willpower. And before I could go so far.
What was the name of it again, so I can type it up? It's the alchemic process, is that right?
Alchemical creative process.
Thank you.
So alchemy is all about turning, like the book The Alchemist, right? Turning lead to gold, and that sense of turning the shit in your life into your wisdom, into what this life is about. You are always, it's not who you're being, it's who you're becoming. And so this is a process for that. And I'm really about spontaneity, and yet I'm also really about consistency and being reliable. And so being able to find the way to work with your muse, it's not like you're like, hey, muse, come give me that brilliant idea right now, right? But what are the systems you can have in place in your life so that you know what that is about? And that goes again into the process of movement. So in the book, I take it through each of these elements, because the idea in the Druid magic is that it's not about having authority over the world around you. It's about having authority over yourself. And then through yourself, you have authority over the world around you. So the fire is about rules your willpower. You rule the fire. And so being able to understand these different elements in your world, and how whenever you have authority over them, they work for you, your willpower, the material world, your mindset, and your emotions. And so those are the 4: fire, earth, air, and water that I take you through in the book, how to have authority over those and then make whatever you want.
Sounds fantastic.
So awesome. Yeah.
Sounds
when is it coming out?
Go ahead. Yeah, when is it coming out?
When does it release?
Oh, it was part of the 7-day book thing. It's done.
It's already out?
Out there. Oh, yeah. I'm
Amazon?
already working on 2nd edition and making it more of a workbook. That's really what people talked to me about after they read it. They said they wanted something even more actionable to go with it.
Yeah,
delightful.
That's really cool. I would love to chat with you about that, because I have something called the Entrepreneurial Hierarchy of Needs Assessment that works off of our hierarchy of needs as entrepreneurs and humans. So I'd love to just talk shop, because I'm about to release it, a physical copy of the assessment.
Oh, awesome.
Delightful.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Well, on that lovely closing note, why don't we hit ourselves with a lightning round?
I wasn't ready. That's like,
you're not ready.
Playhouse?
I'll play it.
Oh yeah.
Lightning sounds. Crash, crash, crash.
So I think going forward, guys, what we need to do. You ever watch Pee-wee's Playhouse when you were younger? And they had that word of the day.
I've seen it. Yeah.
Like whatever it was. And I think, well, we need to get Cherry in here, the chair that spoke. But like that should be like the lightning round where everybody goes crazy, because that's the word of the day.
I agree.
But I digress. So, ladies and gentlemen, wherever you're looking or listening, the lightning round is very simple. Tomer, you're going to be the investor this round.
I will be the investor. Yeah, I can. Right. So go ahead.
The only thing that's different is that we all will share the same industry, but we all get different business cards, and we don't have any time to think about it. We are shown the business card, and we got to hit it. We got to pitch, and then we get judged.
Absolutely. Now I am pulling out 3 random cards here, and the category is toys and games.
Gotcha.
Okay. So you guys should get ready for that. And I will throw it right at Darby, I believe, first. So let's see, toys and games. And there we go. All right, everybody. The lightning round. Toys and games. Darby, your word is fresh nest. Go.
Fresh Nest is the revolutionary new game that allows kids to finally actually have their own pet or pets of birds that they can take care of in their house. So what we've done is mechanically make these cardinals, blue jays, whatever you want, crackles, but those are typically just kept for the problem kids. And it allows you to bring these mechanical birds home, create a fresh nest of them in your house, and it teaches you kind of how to take care of an animal without the parents actually having to invest in getting a live animal to flock around the house. Fresh nest.
Sweet.
Good stuff.
Robotic birds. You will finally prove all those conspiracy people correct. Thank you. Next
Birds
up.
are not real.
Next up, Tim, for
What you got?
toys and games, you have Zip Tipper.
Zip Tipper. I always get the funky ones. All right. So toys and games, Zip Tipper. Okay, Zip Tipper is a gamified tipping app that gives you social cred for how much you've ever tipped going out. It never talks about how much dollars you actually tip, but it's percentage per bill. So you are put on a leaderboard on how much you've tipped percentage-wise. And if you're the coolest, you're like number one. And if you can, every week, new prizes are given out to these people that tip. And if you're ranked 1, 2, and 3, you get prizes for those place holdings. So Zip Tipper is the brand new app that allows you to win prizes based on your generosity.
Interesting. And so like a 200% tip is better than like a 20% tip?
Yeah, because if you go in that, because everything, it's not per dollars, it's per percent. So you come in through percent. I'm
going to start tipping on all the pieces of gum that I buy.
And throw
exactly.
Yeah. Like, here's 100.
Delightful. Well, that was Zip Tipper. All right. Are you ready to hit this, Natalie? Yeah?
I am.
Okay. So, lightning round, toys and games. Natalie, your word is universe.
Universe.
It's a good one.
Universe is a game for couples where you are given a gamified version of their life and the way that they see the world. So it is a way to bond, it is a way to rekindle the flame, it is a way to communicate better, all while having fun. Universe.
All right.
Well, I like
delightful. That and I think that it's harder and harder to find like a good 2-player game that's not combative. So I think that is delightful, as I was in the market for that at one point because everybody was home for a while. So to summarize, we have Darby with I lost the card already. Where was the card?
Fresh Nest.
Thank you. That works. I'll start again. So to summarize, we have Darby with Fresh Nest, with robotic birds that you can take home and definitely are not spying on you and your children. That's delightful. We had Tim with Zip Tipper, gamified tipping to basically to floss on your friends and show off that you can, it's going towards, I guess, a good cause. And we had Universe, Natalie, with a couples game that helped them bond and get in touch with each other in a fun way. All right, I think it's pretty easy. I think that game would sell very well. And so, Natalie, congratulations on the fundable. Nice. Money. And Darby, the fact that you think it's safe to throw an untested robotic mechanical bird at my children, whom I don't have yet. Funny as fudge. Well, that is the game of it, everybody. And Natalie, you are 3 for 3 on fundable.
Yeah.
Man, this girl knows her stuff. Great.
Get her on Shark Tank.
Yep.
Yeah. Natalie, why don't you share with everybody real quick just how they can find you, what the best way to communicate, and what the kind of call to action.
Yeah, so you can find me at themysticalmovement.com or on Instagram at themysticalmovement, and send me a DM. The best way to connect, like, let me know if you want to dance or why is a block for you. Like, this is a conversation I am ready to have.
Great.
Awesome.
Great.
Thank you so much.
As per usual, that information, Natalie's information, is down in the show notes, no matter where you're listening or looking, and the links right to her. So it's a website and Instagram and everything else. Everybody, I think this is a great show. Do you agree?
Well done.
I agree. Anybody who thinks this was fun, it is. Get your copy today on Amazon and follow us on Play Side Hustle everywhere, and join in on the conversation. Send us your pitches. We are posting all our friends' pitches, and anyone who plays is our friend. So join in and come on board.
Yeah.
Everybody, stay safe and have fun. We'll see you next week at 2.
Thanks,
Adios,
everybody.
everyone.
Take care, Natalie.
Bye.